Hello everybody, Martin here, back with round 4 of this Legacy League. On the draw, we get this hand. It's a little bit, I think, of a bummer to keep a hand with no creatures. I mean, we have the Angler, but that won't resolve. We won't have the ability to cast that anytime soon. This is a pretty solid hand though, 2 bolts. We have some interaction if it's combo. This is generally, well, it's better on the play, but could be sort of really good. So I think I'm going to keep. Could well be wrong of me. Let's see, Ancient Tomb. Oh, thank goodness it wasn't Ancient Tomb into Chalice. That would have wrecked this. Well, let's see here. What we're up against. Good old Probe. Are they warping wheeling this? No, they are. Jeez, that seems like a giant punt. I could be wrong. I just do not get that play at all. Like, if I'm a combo deck, like if I'm Storm and I'm probing, you're wasting like a really meaningful card here. Also, you're not hiding who you are. So we're just trading. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's correct, but so it's unless they aren't actually Eldrazi and I'm just being fooled that way. But yeah. So let's just pass the turn. This Stifle is probably just a dead card now. The Daze might do something though. So ideally they tap out for Thought-Knot Seer here. We daze it. And they don't have like a Spirit Guide to pay for the daze. They might, and well, tough nookie. The thing is though, if Thought-Knot resolves, right, then they basically have to take one of the bolts, because then otherwise we can just double bolt it. But I still prefer to daze and not have to bolt it twice. But let's see, they might have Spirit Guide. They didn't. Great. So we'd really like a creature now. Or Force of Will, I guess. Yeah, Ponder's fine. Let's Ponder. We'll be able to make Gurmag Angler soon. As in next turn. Ah, are you kidding me? 3 lands? Shuffle. Suppose, no, we don't want, I don't think we even want the 3rd land. If they're on Wastelands, then yeah, it's a bit of an issue, but. Okay, Daze is probably dead now. The only way Daze isn't dead now is if they don't have a 3rd land and try to go for a 2nd Thought-Knot. Or I guess alternatively, if they just try and tap out for, like, play another land, tap out for a 6-drop. Smells like a Chalice for 1. Alright, so we just mulligan to very little. Yeah, we can't really do anything about this. There's no real point in dazing it. Rather just keep our daze. So depending on the rest of their hand and the strength of it, this could be a pretty big problem. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to daze this. Oops. We'll play the Tarn and fetch for Underground Sea Play Angler. They only have 3 cards left and they've activated Tomb 3 times. Also, they're missing land drops, or they're just uncomfortable with losing the City of Traders. So I think we're looking somewhat decent, except if they have Dismember in hand. Also, like, I guess a Reality Smasher would sort of allow them to stabilize. Eventually, they would just pull ahead. So we would have to, well, we just have to hope. There's a lot of things that messes up here. Like another land and the next one becomes a 6/6. We can't really handle that. There's a wasteland. So now they have 5 mana, so they can play Smasher if they want to. Or maybe they just waste our Underground City. We would really we would love to draw a Wasteland or a Force of Will, I think. Uh-oh. Endless one? Yeah, 5/5 Endless one. How do we go about this? The issue is, like, we don't have any more anglers, right? So if we trade this, we're basically looking at drawing a Pyromancer. Jeez, I don't know. Let's pass the turn. I'm really not interested in trading. I don't want to lose my fish. We draw like Fire Ice and ice this to get in for one swing. Uh-oh, more lands. Like, Young Pyromancer would just be an amazing draw right now, but we have to naturally draw him because we can't cantrip or anything because of the Chalice. So this is a bit of a rough spot for us. Plus, like, they have a number of bomb spells. Like, they could draw, like, Thought-Knot Seer here would be really good. Smasher would be pretty insane. That's pretty good too, actually. That's actually very good for them. I would have equipped and attacked, I think. I would at least equip now. Just to hedge against the Pyromancer. It looks like that's what they're doing. Oh, okay, Thorn of Amethyst. Right, okay. Well, there is the Pyromancer. But, unfortunately, we can't, like, both play him and play a spell. So actually, I think... So let's say we attack and they don't block, so they take 5. Then they attack us for 5. And the Jite gets 2 counters. Then we attack in for 5. They have to use a counter to go to 2. Then they can attack us for 7, gain 2 more. I'm trying to see if I can get him to, like, now we actually really want this trade, I think. Alright, so they take the trade. We basically just have to pray they don't draw a creature on their next draw step. And they don't, it looks like. Or they just pressed too hastily. No, they didn't. Awesome. Alright, well. Let's just get in there. And I think I'm actually okay just powering out these 3 spells. So I'm gonna fetch, I'm gonna stifle the fetch, that'll get countered, and then I'll get a volcanic and I'll double bolt. Any creature they draw. Looks like they got something. Wow, Smasher, okay. Do they attack? Okay, no, they don't attack. So what do we do here? We've probably lost because of this. I think our only out really is if we draw the ice. But I still think it's correct to do this thing here. Empty our hand. Oh no, we can't even empty our hand because of the Thorn of Amethyst. We can only do this once. Well, we can do it twice because we could also, we have 4 mana. I guess this is a little bit annoying because oh no, hang on. I was thinking we could double bulk to double bolt. We can only bolt once, so we can go get the Underground Sea. Oh man, day late and $1 short. So what, do we trade with this? All of them? I think actually we need to get in here with these 2 tokens, and they'll kill one of them, and they'll go to 5. I might be incorrect. Might have been better to like save it for an alpha swing type deal. So they can equip now, attack. We can bolt, which will counter. We'll get 1 elemental. We'll kill Pyromancer and 1 elemental. And we attack them for 1. So I think that's it. So I'm going to concede this. I don't really see an out. Let's see, we would have drawn another Pyromancer, but yeah. Alright, so here we want the Strix. We want the Ancient Grudges. That's probably it. Just thinking Null Rod because they have equipment, but I don't think it's worth it. So let's just cut these Stypherinos here. Alright. See where we get. So the second Eldrazi deck we run into this league here. I'm really feeling a bit sad for, for Storm. Like I want to be playing Storm, but I have kind of, for the time being, become a bit discouraged with the Eldrazi deck. Like I was playing Sneak and Show for a bit, like or the Omni Sneak, and I mean it's what can I say? When you love Storm, you love Storm, and Show and Tell is never really going to compare. But it is very very nice to play a sort of a decent combo deck that is actually a sort of 50-50 ish, maybe even a bit like favored against Eldrazi instead of being the massive underdog. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not giving up on it or anything, and I still play from time to time. And I haven't decided what I'm going to be playing for the Legacy Festival, which I was fortunate enough to qualify for a couple of days ago. So it might be this, it might be Sneak Show, it might be Storm. Pretty sure it will be one of those three. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I also find like with a deck like Storm that I have, like I run into these patches of low self-esteem with the deck, and I just need to take a bit of a break. I haven't had that for a long time, but I'm kind of feeling it right now. So anyways, we are on the play here, and we get this hand. And we're going to keep, even though we don't have a way to counter a turn 1 Chalice. We have turn 1 Delver, and we have a Wasteland as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to lead on Volcanic into Delver. And then hopefully if they don't Chalice us, they play like a Mimic. We can waste them and then bolt the Mimic. And they've mulliganed to 6 and are keeping. And they put a card on top. So I think if this was game 1 and I knew it was Eldrazi, I'd be tempted to go for the Ponder to find a Force of Will or a Daze, or even just mulligan to one of those cards. But since we have the Ancient Grudges, we have a little bit of a battle, like of a game plan. Well, let's see. I mean, in the face of a Chalice, this hand becomes very, very feeble. There's the Ancient Tomb. Well, there it is. Sure. Okay. So now we just have to hope to draw our Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge, Force of Will, Daze. Stuff like that would be nice here. Force of Will. Okay. At least made our Ponder a card again. So I think there's a world where we are supposed to not wasteland their Ancient Tomb and then wasteland the next land they play in order for them to keep taking damage off Ancient Tomb. But there's also a world where their next play is a bit crippling, or us leaving them with that land lets them have like 2 lets them play out 2 things where you can only counter 1. I think I like wasting it, to be honest. I might come back to Rue this moment. Oh, Force of Will, why weren't you there for that Chalice? Ivugan, okay. I know Ivugan is really scary and it can like generate more mana theoretically than like the Soul Lands or Temple, but there's a lot of stuff it just doesn't do. It doesn't equip and it doesn't activate stuff. So I'm actually like I remember like early days with Eldrazi, I was like really scared of thinking that just has you have to tunnel vision your wastelands on that. Anyways, we draw the beautiful stretch and we're right back in it. So we're gonna serve in here and just get to work. And we're going to end of turn Ancient Grudge the Chalice and have Bolt up. Also, them playing out Eye last turn kind of makes me feel like they could be mana screwed. But could be wrong. It just seems like when they're not dumping more like Mimics and Endless Ones, it feels like, well, they could have played this off an Ancient Tomb or a Soul Land, or like Sea of Traders or an Eldrazi Temple, so it's usually better to save the Eye for then like the surprise hit next turn. Or I don't know, maybe I'm just not making sense. Alright. Ancient says bye-bye-o to the Chalice. Oh, lovely. If we can find a wasteland, I think we probably just got them. Well, not a wasteland, but Young Pyromancer also works a treat. We're gonna get the Trop in order to be able to flash back that Ancient Grudge. Okay. I think we're looking fairly solid for this game. Let's see. I think we just attack and pass. Like attack with the Delver, because we have lethal next turn then with Bolt. Uh-oh, there's a temple. That seems a bit late. It's too late in the night. Dismember. Okay. Bolt you. Alright. Well, that's nice. We were able to claim the second game, so hopefully we can replicate that for game 3. So I guess I just want to see a couple of lands, and then, yeah, I don't know, just I think I'm more occupied with having answers to their stuff than having like good aggressive hands, especially on the draw. In this matchup, like I'd rather have a hand that was like force, Ancient Grudge, Bolt, no creatures, and then like find the creatures. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. Wow. This hand just loses hard to Chalice for one. That seems to be the motif, right? But if they don't have Chalice for one, it's a pretty strong hand. And we have, like, Chalice for one, we still get to waste them, and maybe, like, if they have a Chalice hand, maybe they kept a, like, a one-lander Chalice hand or whatever. Oh, no. Yeah. There it is. Well, I did warn myself as it was. And we're just gonna waste them. But now they have they didn't mulligan, so they're up a card. I don't feel very comfortable here. And they also showed us wastelands earlier, so this could be like a pretty big beating for us. Oh, there's a temple. So Mimic, or Endless One. So I feel alright wasting there before, but that also means that we can't. We're not only looking at drawing the Ancient Grudge. We also need to draw another land. Well, we're just getting fucked in the ass by all these probes. Actually, maybe I should be playing the probes into the chalice just to get towards Angler. There's the eye. So something I can daze, like a Thought Knot. No, guess not. Oh, God damn it. I guess we'll discard good time. Maybe they were playing around days before. Maybe they had the Thought Knot and just thought, well, I don't want to get dazed, so I'll wait a turn. Nope. What the hell are they sitting on? It's like quad warping whales? Like dismembers? Well, this daze is certainly beginning to lose its relevance. Crucible of Worlds. Sure. Well, if they draw Wasteland, we're in gigantic trouble. Strix is good. I would just need to draw another land. Meanwhile, the beats are real. I say Strix is good. We have to sort of figure that they are sitting on some kind of removal spell when they aren't doing anything at all. Come on, land. One-time land. Yes, thank you. Okay, well, I think we're going to play out the Strix. There's an alternative that is like casting fire on the Mimic. But maybe we want the ice part more. Strix kind of works the same, like as in it removes the Mimic if they attack. But it also cantrips, or only the ice part of fire ice cantrips. But yeah, they probably have removal, but I mean that's okay. We draw another daze. It's not awesome. It's not the end of the world. So I think they are sitting on removal, and they are going to be doing it at end of turn. And right now they're just thinking maybe they were doing it now, because maybe now is end of turn, because the game is giving them priority. But we're at the beginning of my combat, so no removal. Just more lands. So the question is now, do we trade with this Mimic? Uh-oh. Ghost Quarter. Okay, well, that's probably all she wrote. The only thing I can see us getting towards now is sitting on a fetch land or an underground sea and then drawing our one-off Angler. And there's the removal. Yeah, Ghost Quarter is like just a huge caning for Delver deck, because it's just like extra wastelands basically. We're not running basic lands. Well, Chalice for one, so much fun. We're gonna concede. That was that. So I am 2-2 in this league, and I'm going to try for the last last match. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, please subscribe.